Welcome everyone. This is VCT Pacific Stage 1 Scrum. For today, we have Elevated and Darion from Global Esports. Before we jump into the Q&A session, let's begin by hearing from both on their thoughts of the game.
Obviously very disappointed. We come into every single one of these matches feeling like we have a chance to win, and then usually only play about like half a good map. And most of that comes down to just the fact that we're not getting up to speed with our comms and our energy for the game. And I guess that's kind of like a coaching failure at this point because it's been a persistent issue. And on Pearl, I literally called two timeouts to essentially just like yell at the team to get them to be energetic. And then after the second timeout, of being like, guys, you need to actually want this game and you need to calm and play like you actually care and you want to win the game. Then we started kind of calming at the speed that you are required to play at this level. And I think part of it comes down to stage nerves, part of it comes down to inexperience, and part of it comes down to shitty coaching.
For me, same obviously disappointed because we had like a few good days of practice and yeah, we lack energy, comms weren't good. Basically, we play horrible, so we deserve to lose.
Okay, thank you. We'll now open the floor for on-site questions. Okay, now we'll just move to the questions from those joining us virtually. Please use the hand raise function if you have a question. Okay, then we'll move on to the pre-submitted questions. The first question goes to Elevated. You used a double sentinel composition on Pearl. Tell us more about the thought process behind that decision.
Sure. Basically, we've been running this comp for, I don't know, like 4 months, and we were undefeated in scrims over the last like 2 months on the comp. We beat every single team that we play, and we destroy them, honestly. It allows us to control a lot of the map. A lot of teams are trying to run very aggressive stuff these days, and they just run into our setups and our traps. And yeah, Gen.G did a good job. Like the thing about Gen.G is that they're a very experienced team. They have seen a lot of stuff before. They know how to deal with things, and they are able to work the map very well. And they did that against us as well today. But I still think that we, can win against any comp with this one, being that we've been running with it in scrims and winning with it in scrims consistently. We're not the only team that's running double senti either. There are other teams that are running Killjoy Vice with success and other, double senti stuff. So I know the meta's kind of shifted towards being like Teo, Breach, Explode, everything, but there's definitely room in the meta to do other stuff, and other teams are having success with it. So we should be able to also.
Thank you. And the second question goes to Darian. How does it feel to return to the stage today? And what do you think is the biggest difference compared to the kickoff?
Obviously, it feels nice to play again. I was very excited to play leading up to today. And the biggest difference is obviously I was playing the Sentinel role when it was kickoff, and I'm playing the Duelist now. So yeah, I feel more comfortable, I would say.
And next question goes to Elevated. The last match against two Paper X is likely to determine your chances of qualifying the playoffs. How do you plan to prepare for this, considering Paper X is still looking for their first win?
Yeah, I don't know. PaperX is a team that a lot of people have kind of like looked up to in APAC, myself included. They're one of my favorite teams to watch when I was, making content and casting and stuff like that. And so it should be an exciting game, and I hope that we can kind of like get up for it. Preparation wise, they're obviously going through a bunch of stuff as well. Like a lot of teams have issues, and they are figuring out their roles, and I'm sure that there will probably be some stuff that we can exploit, but honestly, it's really just it's going to come down to who wants to be in the playoffs more. and they definitely have the experience edge. So we need to bring like the intensity and the fire and like the need to be there. So that's sort of what I guess we're gonna have to focus on is like how do we show up on match day, because it's just an issue for us. And I can tell you right now that there's a lot of teams out there that like playing us in scrims because we're good. And so we just need to translate that. And obviously, I'm failing at my job at doing that, figuring out how to fix that issue. And today's loss is 100% on me, just because it's something that I need to figure out. We have to figure it out as a team, but being that I'm in the leadership role, I have to be the one that is able to make that happen. Otherwise, what am I doing here?
Thank you. And last question is to Darian. You had some strong defensive retakes on Pearl that really slowed down the Gen.G's momentum. What adjustments do you think the team could have made to sustain that pressure and maintain control of the game?
First of all, like what my coach elevator say, we started off with very poor energy to begin the day with, so which is something we struggle with a lot. We start the day off very slowly. Even in Scrim, sometimes we start the day off very slowly, which is like a bad thing and something we have to figure out soon. Something that we did good was after the two timeouts that Coach Elevator call, like he kind of gave us like a wake up call. Everyone started to get more into the groove, but obviously it was too late. We are against Gen.G, a team that is very experienced, a team that has won like an international. So yeah, we just played poorly.
Okay, that's all for the pre-submitted questions. And now we are wrapping up the scrum with Team Global Esports. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll be back shortly.
Thank you.